Hi, this is Brian Murnahan with My Curb to Go, and we're here at Troy Dunn Insurance. We're about to talk to Troy about what he does and how he's gotten through the COVID-19 situation and how he's preparing to get ready for the reopening of the economy. Thank you for letting me come out here and talk to you and steal you away from your wife in your afternoon and your business for a couple minutes. But if you would, Troy, go ahead and tell me a little bit about what you do.
Sure. My name's Troy Dunn. I'm with Troy Dunn Insurance, and my wife and I own an independent agency. So we specialize in personal lines, home, auto, motorcycle, RV, renters. We love to specialize in that, but over the last few years we've gotten to a lot of small commercial business as well. We have a lot of contractors we specialize with, and it's just been great getting to work with my wife all the time.
I bet. Now, we've known each other for a couple of years and had the opportunity to hear your story a couple times, but I am curious, what is it that had you go from working for somebody else to working for yourself, and how have you been able to build that business to where it is today?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was with Nationwide for a long time, got insurance in '97, and around 2012 is when I decided to go off on my own. And the main reason is when you're a captive agent, you always want to do what's best for your clients. But when you're a captive agent and you've just got one company, what that means is really you act in the best interest of the company because you've only got one company to deal with. So you're kind of at their mercy a little bit. When I went off on my own, the main reason was because I wanted to truly work for my clients, not a company. And so where I'm at now, I've got a ton of companies that I find the best fit for my customer, and when one company's not, I just go to one of the other ones. So I do feel like I'm always doing what's truly best for my clients instead of what's best for a company. And so far the success has been more than I could ever imagine. I mean, I've been blessed beyond measure. I couldn't imagine 5 years ago being where I'm at today. And a lot of that's just been through what Kristi and I believe in, and that's always trying to help somebody else and believing that it usually always comes back to you, and it truly has. But that's what our success has been built on, is reaching out, trying to help others, and it just always seems to come back on us.
Now, as funny as it might seem, we're here in an office and it's nice, but we're still in the middle of COVID-19.
Right.
And we're dealing with that and social distancing, so you're on one side of the room and I'm quite literally on the other. What's it been like? You're an essential business, right? So
right.
Tell us what's it like working in this situation?
Well, it's been difficult because I am a people person. I love to shake hands, most of the time hug people. I love it when I have somebody just greet me with a hug. And that happens a lot with our chamber family and a lot of my clients. So this has been difficult. With us being considered an essential business, my wife and I were still able to come in the office. We just weren't allowed to have customers come in. So we've had to do everything, over the phone, over email. It's made it more challenging, especially for the older generation that, maybe is not as technologically advanced as, the younger, and don't want to be. So it has been a challenge, but I think everybody's done a really good job from what I've seen about trying to keep their social distance and just keeping running their business the best they can in these times.
Now, with everything going on with the whole COVID shutdown, do you have any business clients that have asked you to review their policy to see if they have, something that'll help them out?
Yeah, actually that's probably one of the main phone calls we got, especially that first week, was a lot of our business clients that there is something on a business owner's package that's called business continuation, lost wages type coverage. And that is available, but the problem is it's for other things like, fires. Say a business has a fire and they can't open, it'll pay lost wages for a certain amount of time as well as fix their building. There's nothing written in the contracts for a pandemic like a virus. And so it's been very difficult. Most companies are working with a case-by-case basis to see how it works, but the problem is they haven't been charging premium for that. It just wasn't built in because this is unheard of. Nobody's ever come across this before, so they weren't prepared for it.
So at this point, those folks are still just kind of going through the idle funds, and they're going through the PPP funds. Have you gone and tried to take advantage of any of those funds?
I have not. Kristi and I actually spoke about it, and we decided, we were hurt a little bit, but we were still able to work, and so we weren't really wanting to take advantage. We wanted to leave it for everybody else because, as you saw, it runs out pretty quick. There is limited funds. It's not an unlimited pool there, so we just decided, it didn't hurt us enough to have to try to do something like that, so we decided not to.
Good deal. Well, tell me, this isn't the only thing you do in the community. What else has impacted you and your family? I know there's a couple of kiddos in the next room.
Yeah.
Is that because of COVID-19, or what's causing that?
It is. With the school shutting down, my kids are in Birdville, and with them shutting down, we wanted to keep our kids in a routine. And again, I keep using the word blessed because we truly feel like we're blessed to be in the position we're in, owning our own business, working together as a husband and wife. We wanted our kids to stay in a routine, so we've made them get up with us, come in the office, they sit here at our conference table with their computers, and they do all their schoolwork. We kind of made a deal with them that if they do it all Monday through Thursday, that we would give them Fridays off, and they've actually done it. They've completed all their schoolwork. It's been difficult because they've asked me a lot of questions that I didn't realize I wasn't good at 5th and 6th grade math, but I'm not. So a lot of them questions I couldn't answer, but we've been blessed enough to be able to, even with the schools shutting down, we've been able to bring our kids in here, let them do their schoolwork on a, keep them in a routine, on a routine basis. So we have them come in every day, do their schoolwork, and it's given us a chance to get a little bit closer to them. So.
That's awesome. Now tell me, you're talking about routines and doing this, keeping yourself on a routine, coming into the office, doing those things, which is really great.
Yeah.
What are you doing to make sure that you're continuing to grow your business?
Well, we have an amazing marketing team that we use, and that's Magic Digital. I know you're familiar with them, but they have kept us really out there as far as social media presences, getting our website out there, and so that's one of the things that I actually talked to another business owner that called me that just asked me what I thought, and they said, that's probably the first thing we're going to shut down is because we spend a lot of money on marketing and we really don't need to do that right now. Well, I kind of thought of it as the opposite. This is actually the time you need to promote your business because more people are sitting at home on the couch and they're looking at their social media a lot more than they do when they're at work all day. And so our philosophy has been continue that. In fact, actually boost it up a little bit. We've actually spent a little bit extra to boost some different posts and different things. We've took great advantage of your awesome website that you came up with and set us up a page on there, which is why we're doing this. And so, we're doing everything we can to keep our name out there and just promote our business the best we can, and our business is pretty much, hey, if we can help, we will surely give it a try.
Now, I know you're involved in the Northeastern Chamber and you
Correct.
do a lot of networking through it.
Right.
Have you been able to take advantage of any networking since the whole shutdown began?
We have. In fact, the Zoom meetings, I wish I would have known 3 months ago and I'd have bought some stock in Zoom because I didn't even know anything about it. So I always try to look at the bright side. I think this whole thing has actually taught us some of the tools that were available that maybe some of us didn't know about, and Zoom is one of them. I didn't realize you could do things like that. Well, we've had some great people that have taken advantage of, Matt Blake has started the virtual networking that kind of took place for our Tuesday group, and he called and said, hey, I know how to do this, do you mind if I take the lead? And I said, absolutely. And so we've been doing that every Tuesday, and we run it just like we're there in person. Everybody does their 30-second commercial. We have a speaker each week, and everybody gets to do it either out of the comfort of their home or from their office without having to drive anywhere. So I think it's been a great thing. Some of the board meetings, I'm on the city EDC, I'm on the Parks Board. We've actually done Zoom meetings to meet with the developers and different things like that. Like I said, I never even imagined that was available. So I think this has opened some eyes that there's a lot more people available to do things like that instead of having to drive. So I think it's a great thing. We've taken advantage of every virtual meeting we can possibly get on, and we've actually met a lot of people that don't get to come to our network groups or come to the chamber luncheons that showed up on the virtual networking, and we've met, and then we made a connection. And so I've actually gained several new friends and referral partners just from the virtual networking.
That really is great. Is there anything that you've learned here that, the last 6 weeks or so, whether it's from family or business, that you're really hoping that as we come out of the kind of quarantine-like environment that we're in right now, that you're really hoping that we all kind of attach to and keep going forward?
Well, yeah, absolutely. And I think the number one thing is to take care of others. That's one of the main things for me. You can watch the media, and I think they love to focus on the negative, but there's been so many positives come out of this. I've seen so many people reaching out and helping others, whether it's helping a small business by, the curbside pickups that we've had with the restaurants in the chamber, or small businesses that are considered essential, people reaching out to them and trying to help any way they can. I've seen so many people do that, and I hope that continues. I think it's, any kind of, I don't want to use the word tragedy, but any kind of thing like this where our lives are disrupted, I think it gives us all the opportunity to become closer. And honestly, I really do feel like that's what's happened. I think the community has gotten closer. I've seen so many people reach out, and I've had a lot reach out to me. Hey, Troy, is there anything I can do for you and Kristi? It wouldn't have happened if we were in normal life. Sometimes we take that for granted, that human effect, and I'm hoping that we don't take that for granted anymore. I mentioned I get to work with my wife every day, but having my kids here, I think it's brought us closer to family. I know our church in particular, we miss our church family. And so I think it's made us appreciate the fact that don't take that for granted, that you get to go and hug all them people or shake their hands every week. The chamber luncheons, all the people that we get to see sometimes just once a month, chamber luncheons. So that's what I hope everybody comes out of this, is a better understanding of don't take anything for granted.
Well, there's this little funny thing that you guys say, and I want to give you a chance to say it. So,
okay.
First, if anybody needs auto insurance, home insurance, please tell us how to get a hold of you.
Well, the easiest way is, of course, we have a website, www.troydunninsurance.com, but also our phone number is 682-841-1243, and Kristi and I are here to help anybody we can.
And now, why don't you go ahead and say what your little tagline?
Our little tagline, yeah, that's become pretty well known. So I'm Troy Dunn with Troy Dunn Insurance. If you live in it, driving it, or work at it, don't do it naked. We got you covered.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for letting me come in here and do this today. And looking forward to seeing you again next week. Come in soon. Call soon.
Absolutely. Thanks, Brian.
Take care.